Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A helicopter takes a 16-year-old to the hospital after a serious crash. The accident involved a semi-truck that ended up on its side.
A talented violinist is awarded a Music Academy scholarship. The 16-year-old wasn't always able to listen to or play music.
And local middle schoolers already have their sights set on a career. They learned about a whole list of possible pathways to a successful future.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. 2 people are hurt after a morning crash in Boone County.
The accident involved a semi-truck and a car. The crash happened at Genoa Road and Reed's Crossing around 9. That's about 2 miles south of I-90. As you can see, both the semi and car rolled over into a nearby field. According to investigators, the semi-truck tried to pass a stopped garbage truck when it collided with a 2012 Chrysler 200. The driver of the car, a 16-year-old male, was airlifted to UW Health in Madison. A passenger in the semi-truck was taken to St. Anthony's. Their conditions are unknown. The driver of the semi was not hurt in the crash. The accident is being investigated by the Boone County Sheriff's Office Accident Reconstruction Team.
A Lee County woman is arrested accused of stabbing a person with a screwdriver. 45-year-old Jennifer Cagle is charged with aggravated domestic battery, aggravated battery to a police officer, and various other charges. According to police, Tuesday night, officers answered a domestic violence call in Ashton. Witnesses told them Cagle stabbed someone with a screwdriver. Officers say she resisted and attacked them when they took her into custody. Cagle's also accused of hitting a paramedic who responded. She was taken to the Lee County Jail. Maybe March, but winter isn't done with us. A winter storm is coming our way.
Let's get back over to the Weather Center in Savannah. Brito, Savannah, part of the state line is now under a winter storm warning.
Yes, that is correct, Eric and Mimi. We do have some areas, some counties that are included in a winter storm warning. The rest of the state line, though, a winter weather advisory. So our eyes not on the sky today. A couple scattered showers cannot be completely ruled out. But here's the counties. Again, Joe, Davie, Stevenson, and Carroll included in the winter storm warning. That will be in effect a little bit earlier than the rest of the area. That goes into place tomorrow, Thursday morning until Friday morning. The remainder of the area, the purple color, a winter weather advisory Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. So the greatest chances for potential as far as travel impacts go, that's really going to come late in the afternoon, Thursday into Thursday overnight hours, then into early Friday morning. But showing that snow moving in, cloud cover definitely going to be in place all night tonight into tomorrow. Around lunchtime, that's when we're talking about the snow kind of filtering in west of Rockford, so areas like Savannah and Galena, possibly Sterling and Freeport at that point in time. That's going to push further east, becoming more heavy. We're also talking about fairly gusty winds during this time, specifically Thursday night into Friday. That's when we'll see those winds increase, so that could lead to some snow blowing back onto roadways. But the heaviest that taking place late in the afternoon Thursday, and then into the afternoon and then the evening hours as well, partially into the nighttime hours too. I do think for the most part that's going to stop around 3-4 in the morning, at least for areas west of Rockford. We will talk about how much we're going to see and time it out a little further, though, later in just a bit, guys.
Thanks, Savannah. We'll see you then.
A local girl's hard work is paying off. She received a scholarship to the Music Academy in Rockford.
Nikel Delgado met her. Nikel, she has quite the story.
That she does, Eric and Mimi. Sarah was born in an orphanage in China. She was adopted by a family in Rockford where a doctor encouraged her to her passion and her love of music.
He gave me an experimental process to try to give me my hearing back, and it worked.
Sarah Pearl Anderson was born deaf. A doctor was able to restore her hearing and recommended music may be able to help her refine her hearing and speech skills.
My doctor thought it was just such a great thing that I would be able to actually hear music, and it would be a great process, great idea that I could play it too. That he gave me his kids' violins for me to start out with.
Sarah has been playing since she was 5 years old. Her mother, Julia Anderson, says music is a way to express herself.
I think the music became her voice. It was a way to gain attention from people without really having to speak.
It's a way to connect around the world because everyone learns the same thing with music.
Sarah has been learning and playing at the Music Academy in Rockford for the past 12 years and is the first person to receive a Grammy Young Music Scholarship. Executive Director Laura Ekman says they are pleased to be a part of Sarah's musical journey.
There's nothing better than seeing a student progress, and like Sarah said, it takes a lot of hard work.
The scholarship is in part thanks to Hard Rock Casino.
Hard Rock's synonymous with music, and any organization that fosters local music, local area musicians.
Sarah believes music helped her and hopes it can help others as well.
Music is more accessible than they think, and to people that think that they didn't start early enough, there's always a community for someone out there.
Sarah says with the Grammy Scholarship, she will branch out to give other musical instruments a try. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nicole. Doing well in the building trades takes a lot of training. Today, apprentices got the chance to show off their new skills in a competition. Plumbers and pipe fitters Local 23 is hosting apprentices from across Illinois. They've got to show what they know in areas like pipe fitting, plumbing, HVAC, refrigeration, and sprinkler fitting. Contestants are put in different situations, from a rooftop HVAC project to performing some electrical troubleshooting. It takes a lot to get to this level.
So these apprentices invest thousands and thousands of hours, anywhere from 8,500 to 10,000 plus hours of on-the-job training with 1,250 classroom hours. So they're getting a chance to show off those skills and compete to find out if they are going to, where they rank within the state, where they rank within the industry.
Winners will move on with the chance to compete on the international stage. Career Education Associates of North Central Illinois hosted the Pathways Project Career Fair today.
It focused on career awareness and preparing middle school students for their future. This was the 8th year Cianci's held the event, this time at Sports Score 2 in Loves Park. High school capstone students displayed their career technical education projects. They showed their skill sets to state-line businesses while getting middle school students excited about high school and beyond. One high schooler calls the event a great way to mentor younger students.
It makes me feel happy because sometimes I feel like I didn't have that, because like a lot of the things that were around were like lawyer stuff, college stuff, and big buck stuff that will give you like a high name and stuff like that. But I had so much art and creativity in my mind, and everything just felt like it was dampening that. So when I see something that I can be a part of that will strike creativity and imagination, I feel like I'm achieving something.
Cianci supports career and technical education programs that serve students in Winnebago, Boone, and Ogle counties. If you've never used chatbots before, you've at least probably heard of them, and the technology is spreading.
Anna Warnicki reports from Washington, D.C. on if lawmakers are ready for AI.
South Carolina Republican Nancy Mace opened Wednesday's committee hearing on the advances of AI.
While the potential applications of generative models are vast and impressive, there are also serious concerns.
Only to tell lawmakers moments later she didn't write her speech.
Every single word up until this sentence was generated entirely by ChatGPT.
Mace and Virginia Democrat Jerry Connolly say the popular chatbot ChatGPT is just one example of how AI tools are becoming unavoidable.
Lawmakers say if the U.S. is not at the front of the AI revolution, we may never catch up.
We need to be looking at sort of like the race to the moon, because if the Chinese dominate those areas, the future's theirs.
I view it as a national emergency.
Dr. Eric Schmidt with the nonprofit Special Competitive Studies Project told lawmakers failure to prioritize AI innovation could have drastic consequences.
AI can be used to generate good things in biology, but also lots of bad viruses. The issues of misinformation at a nation state could be very significant.
And Merve Hickok with the Center for AI and Digital Policy says it's important for lawmakers to create regulations now.
We don't have the guardrails in place, the laws that we need, the public education, or the expertise in the government to manage the consequences of the rapid technological changes.
Lawmakers agree with AI evolving at a rapid rate. Congress must act soon. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from from meteorologist Savannah Brito.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday and welcome back. Obviously, our eyes are on the snowstorm that's incoming for tomorrow and Friday, but first, just want to briefly mention our continued coverage of Severe Weather Preparedness Week in Illinois. The best place to go when severe weather does threaten, minus a flash flood. That you want to move to higher ground. Otherwise, you want to go to the lowest place on the most interior room of your floor. Basement's obviously the best case scenario. If you don't have that, some interior room on the lowest level of your apartment complex, house, anything like that, like a closet, stairwell, hall, or bathroom without windows. Also, you want to be sure to protect your head. Helmet's best if you don't have that. A pillow or mattress, something like that could do as well. Not tracking severe weather, a snowstorm though. 44 is our current temperature in Rockford, same with Rochelle, 42 in Galena. Everyone for the most part either made it into the lower, even to the mid 40s out there this afternoon. We do have cloud cover that's moving back in. This is sponsored by Mercy Health, our SkyTrack camera located in Rochelle. But cloud cover is moving back in. You saw that pretty much all across the state line. A very scattered shower cannot be completely ruled out this afternoon or this evening as we go into the overnight hours. But tomorrow morning and afternoon, that's when we're looking for that winter storm to kind of start moving in. A little bit earlier for areas like Joe Davies, Stevenson, and Carroll counties on northwest of the Rockford area. They did get upgraded to a winter storm warning that goes in place Thursday morning and lasts until Friday morning. The rest of the area did get upgraded to a winter weather advisory Thursday afternoon through Friday morning. So I do think that the greatest timing of travel impacts with the heavier snow, that's going to come Thursday late afternoon into the evening and then early nighttime hours into Friday morning. The greatest chances for accumulating snow, that's going to be up near the border though. Model similarities are on timing and amounts, which is good, and it being Thursday afternoon up until Friday morning when we are talking about that snow. So on radar showing when that is going to move in, probably somewhere around lunchtime for areas like Galena, Savannah, possibly even Freeport and Sterling. For the most part, that's going to be west of Rockford and then travel further east. So it's going to pick up then probably around 3-4 p.m. for the majority of the area and going to be pretty heavy then through the evening and then early nighttime hours as well. By about 3-4, we do start to see things clear up a little bit, at least for western areas compared to Rockford. Areas like Janesville, Rochelle, DeKalb kind of still sitting on scattered snow showers at that point in time. But like I mentioned, the greatest potential for travel impacts, that's going to be Thursday, late afternoon, early evening, and then into the early overnight hours of Friday morning. I do think for the most part, the greatest potential for 4, possibly even 4 to 8 inches, that's going to be up near that state line. So areas that are definitely included in that winter storm warning. And then also Winnebago, Boone, McHenry counties, and then southern Illinois, Greene, Rock, and Walworth counties. 2 to 4 inches probably for south areas. I do think some areas could see locally a little bit higher of amounts like that, closer to 5 inches than for our southern areas. That does include DeKalb County, Lee, and then also Carroll counties. All of those only included in that winter weather advisory. The majority of the area only included in that, but there is that winter storm warning for some. Temperatures are really going to fall during this time as well. We're only talking about the mid 30s in the days to come, besides tomorrow when it will be a little bit warmer in the upper 30s. For the weekend though, mid 30s and then the lower 30s by next Tuesday. Back to you guys.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The madness of this month is already in full swing. The Illinois men's basketball team will take the court at the United Center tomorrow night as they look to kickstart a run here in March. Penn State dealt Illinois a pair of deflating losses during the regular season, but the Illini will get another crack at them tomorrow night to open up Big Ten tournament play. To advance to the quarterfinals and face Northwestern, they will have to try and beat Penn State guard Jalen Pickett. In their last outing together on Valentine's Day, Pickett posted a career-high 41 points to help bury the Illini. Illinois last clinched a Big Ten tournament title in 2021, and for these guys, they say the key to their success is dependent on how they start these games.
Dreamed of playing at an NBA arena. It'll just be a good feeling, and it'll be a better feeling winning the Big Ten tournament.
I think we just got to come out with energy and set the tone right away. I don't think we've played a game like that yet.
Just coming out with the grit that we do when we're down 20 or down 15 points. Just coming out with more edge and just getting prepared better.
Now the women of the MAC are already en route to crowning a conference champion. The NIU women played in the quarterfinals today against Kent State. They fell out of the running with a 75-68 loss. A lot of basketball talk today, and the Bulls have their work cut out for them tonight in Denver. The Nuggets lead the Western Conference with a 30-4 record at home, the best in the West for sure. Zach LaVine and the Bulls are trying to avoid their third straight loss, and they're coming off of a pretty disappointing one on Sunday against the Pacers. Especially frustrating because they shot 60% from the field. Sunday's game had big implications for their playoff chances. The Bulls are still 2 games out of the final play-in spot with 17 games left.
Yeah, obviously, the whole season hasn't really been the way we thought it would be, and I think the most frustrating part is kind of whenever we get to a place where we're just 1 game out of 500, maybe that's it, and then we get a couple wins in a row, playing better, and then it kind of goes backwards again. So it's frustrating, but you have to deal with it. We all have to be professional, stick the course and fight until the end, and you never know what can happen.
Tip-off in Denver is set for 8 p.m. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Tonight on News Nation, revealing new details in the Dominion lawsuit. 2 people who know all about the inner workings of Fox. Our national political editor, Chris Steyerwalt, and Bill O'Reilly weigh in. And the border stories News Nation has been covering before anyone else. New video shows just how close cartels are to home. Tonight.
Very stray showers cannot be completely ruled out as we take you through the next couple of hours on the interactive radar that's sponsored by Rockford Auto Glass and More. But a tool that you will want to use on mystateline.com possibly the next couple of days, really Thursday into Friday when we're talking about that winter storm. There are areas that did get included and upgraded to a winter storm warning. That's Joe Davie, Stevenson, and Carroll counties in northern Illinois. The rest of the state line, though, did get upgraded to a winter weather advisory for the winter storm warning. Those 3 counties Thursday morning to Friday morning. A little bit later for the winter weather advisory for Rockford and eastward. That's Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. So accumulations probably 4+ inches up near the state line, a little bit less than that in south areas, but temperatures are also going to fall during that time as well, guys.
All right, thanks, Savannah.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.